Happy Wednesday, Facebook family. I'm so excited to have you tonight. I am your favorite student success strategist, Linnita Hosten, and I help students identify and go after their dream career. And tonight you are joining me live with my coach. I'm so excited to share her with you because essentially that's exactly what I'm doing. Before I bring her on, I wanted to kind of share briefly how we met. I remember reaching out to a colleague of mine who is also in business and asking her, hey, can you refer me to somebody who can help me create a sales page, a landing page, grow an email list, like when it came to marketing the business? And she said, yeah, I got the perfect person for you. And she sent me to Nicole, and I spoke to someone on her team, and I knew it was a great fit automatically. And when I met her, I just felt it. And she's a Jesus girl too, because I am. So I was privileged to be able to work with her. And we've been on this journey together since July of last summer. And so I wanted to share her with you this evening, because when we talk about growing businesses, leaping out of fear, growing in faith, I think they are all synonymous, and I think they're all equally important. And what a privilege it is for me to share some of the resources and support that I've got with you. So without further ado, I'm going to invite Nicole on so you can meet her. Hey, Nicole.
So excited to be here, girl. And let me just say, you were already the bomb.com. And I know I'm aging myself when I say the bomb.com, right? Before I got to start with you. And so it's been an honor and privilege to get to water the seed with you over the last year.
And that you have definitely done. I can go on a tangent about how many things I've learned. The investment has been definitely worth every coin and the sacrifice, because every investment comes with sacrifice.
Yeah.
So I have prepared a few questions for you that I think a lot of
Wait,
women
and
would
before
want
you
to.
do that, look, I know you got people watching, so listen, we want to hear from y'all, right? So say hello. If you have questions while we're sharing, post them below. This
Yes.
could be totally interactive. Sorry, I'm not interrupting Linnita, but I know I have permission to do that. So listen, as you're coming in, even if you watch the replay, I want to hear what y'all have to say. So tag, post, what have you. Okay, sorry.
Yes. Yes. Excuse me for my rudeness. I got so excited. I just want to jump straight to it. I want to jump straight to it. But yes, we'll have your questions and comments, and we will follow up if you catch the replay. Okay. So, Nicole, what do you think are some of the common barriers to women creating or sustaining profitable businesses?
I think the biggest barrier, and this is going to be something you guys probably don't know. And by the way, I had the same barrier in my own business, which is why I'm so passionate about it, is I call it being a Jill of all trades, a master of none. Y'all have heard the saying, Jack of all trades, master of none.
Mhm.
So that looks a couple of different ways. One, you think you have a niche and you don't. What I mean by that is you're talking to too many people, and listen, a confused mind doesn't buy. So you've got to get your languaging down to talk to the one group of people that are your ideal client. The second is that you're doing too many things in your business. Like so
Mhm.
funny. It's funny when I meet a woman as a sales coach and a marketing coach. Oh, and I'm an image consultant. What? So what do I hire you for? Right? Or, and I'm exaggerating, but when you have too many lanes that you're trying to go down, the person doesn't know, well, do I hire her to help me with sales, or do I help me with my clothes? Right. And so I could go on, but so many people think, like I had a new client that came to me. I'm not going to say names because I don't have permission. She said that she was a single mom coach. And as I talked to her more and more, what she was coaching had nothing to do about with single moms. I started, the
Mhm.
more questions I asked her, I said, what you're saying is back end stuff. Girl, you help people set up their back end. But again, she wasn't clear on her gift. And what happens is you don't do what you do to you. So of course, sometimes you don't realize how to package it. So I think that's the
Mhm.
biggest thing. It's not that they're not brilliant. It's not that you don't have all of this experience that you can package up and sell. You just don't know how to talk about it and who
Mhm.
it serves. That really is the biggest barrier, I think, to women being successful. I call it the power of one.
Mhm. And essentially, that's clarity. And
Yeah.
something so simple is actually very challenging to get. It's really challenging.
Mhm. Look, and dare I say, when you came to me, you were like trying to serve women and kids, and I was like, hold on. Now you can
Everybody.
still, now here's the thing: you can still serve those other people. I want you guys to get this. But if you think about what a target looks like, a target has three rings, right? Y'all know what a target looks like, right? I don't know why I'm doing this. You can understand what I'm doing. But anyway, if I had a bow and arrow, I don't aim at the outside ring. I aim at the middle. So you're going to have two other targets that might be in alignment with what you teach, but you don't aim at them. You aim at the middle. And so even for Linnita, she was aiming at all these different groups. I'm like, no, boo,
Everything.
you are a college success. Well, she made this up. I didn't make this up. College success strategist. If colleges is helping kids get in school, is your zhuzh, then stop talking about this other stuff. People will still come to you. Trust me. You don't have to. Like my ideal client is women. My whole thing is fierce formula. Do you know how many men come to me? I don't say nothing that sounds like a man.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because I'm clear. And so I think that I can go on and on about that is the biggest barrier to really having a successful business.
And honestly, Nicole, once you helped me gain clarity, the traction and the amount of inquiries that I received, I got one today. I was not getting that. Most of my business were coming by referral, but now they're coming due to clarity of them seeing what I'm marketing. So, oh my gosh.
And here's the thing, listen, if you're talking to everybody, nobody hears what they need from you. When you get laser focused, I'm not talking about the people that already know you. By the way, you'll tap out of that your first year in business. Okay, great, on people that know you. If you're going to sustain long-term success, you need people that don't know you to start coming. That comes from speaking to that target, that middle person, and really understand. I'm like, middle, where's my middle? Right here. That middle person. And that comes from really, listen, we all have blind spots. And so you can't
Mhm.
coach yourself. How do I know? Because I had to hire a coach when I was functioning in my blind spots and couldn't even figure out who my ideal client was. I had to have a coach help me. So you've got to have someone that's 10 steps ahead of you that can see, girl, wait a minute. Did you look over here? You missing something. And that's, really what I've had the privilege to do is just to show you what you didn't see. It's there. You just didn't see it.
Mhm. So grateful. Oh my goodness. So tell us how do you specifically help women move from fear, because it does exist, and you be lying if you say that it does not, from fear to next level? How does Nicole specifically do that?
Well, here's the thing. First of all, I'm clear. This is my ministry. Okay. So let me go all the way in. Okay. So you've got to understand when I'm coming for you, I'm not coming for you. I'm coming for all the people that God put you on this earth to serve. Okay. So in order for us to go after that, you've got to understand it's bigger than where you are. Right. So I'm not coming for who you already are. I'm coming for who you have not yet become. And so the fear comes up when you're playing bigger than you've ever played. If you're going to go after you abundantly above all you could ask or think, and that's a Bible verse, by the way, right? I didn't say that, Jesus did, or somebody, right? The Bible did, right? If God is going to do abundantly above all you could ask or think about that for a minute. It's bigger than you could ask or think. That's
Mhm.
going to be scary, right? So when it's easy or simple, like I was watching, I don't know how many of you guys saw the Clark sisters movie. When was that? Like
Mhm.
months
So
ago.
good. It was
And
good.
Maddie Moss Clark said, "We don't do easy in this house. We do excellent." And I was like, "Yes, that's my theme, right?" And so, literally, if you're going to do excellent, you're going to have to do it afraid, because faith
Mhm.
doesn't get activated until you're in the face of fear. So that's number one, right? And so even hiring a coach, listen, when I hired my first coach, my business was struggling. My coach cost 5 times what I was making in my business. Was I scared? Heck yeah. But I was willing to risk it all to gain it all. And so the fear comes in to answer your question when you're playing bigger. And again, if you're coaching with a real coach, they're not coming for who you already are. Like I've heard women that try to send me their real girl. I'm not coaching you where you are in your real. I don't need to see that. I'm coaching what's not on your real, right? So that's one. So really, I call it my fierce framework. Is what I walk women through when I have the privilege to coach you. I'm gonna walk through it quickly, right? Those of you that need more, I'm gonna invite you in how I can help you do that in a second. But it's 4 steps, okay? So it's passion. Like, what are you passionate about? What do you love to do that you can do hour upon hour and never get paid for it? The second is, what are you proficient in? Now, those two have to correlate. Those two are your purpose. Michelle Obama wrote this in her book, Becoming. I think it was chapter 10, where she said she was really great at being a lawyer, but she hated it. So she was
Mhm.
good at it. She was proficient, but she wasn't
Mhm.
passionate. Those two have to correlate. And then you've got to get clear on number 3, what problem does it solve? And really it's problem and people, because it ain't about you, right? So once you're clear
Mhm.
on what you love and what you're good at, then how do you become a blessing for other people?
Mhm.
By the way, that's what ministry is.
Mhm.
It's serving other people. Hello, right? And then the last one is, how do you make profit from it? So here's the thing that a lot of people get stuck up on. Many people, well, most billionaires don't tell you have to have multiple streams of income to be successful. So, really, what I do is I help you get clear on what your purpose is, how to build a blueprint from it to be the answer to somebody's problem, and then create multiple streams of income from it. That's really how I do everything I do. And Linnita, you know, because you've been through all of it.
Oh,
And
the
so,
whole
it's
thing.
really looking at how do you now articulate it, not from what you do, but really, people pay you more for what you know than what you do. So, how do you talk about what you know without doing it on people? What I mean by that, and I said doing it, I meant it. All you nasty people win the nasty place. That's not what I mean, right? So, so it's really, you know, when you go to an event and you're so excited about what you're talking about, and people look at you like this because you're going way too in and talking about, oh, we're gonna do this and then we're gonna do that. It's too much. But if I can say, like Linnita, I'll have her say her fan again, but mine is I help women create multiple streams of income from what they know. Period. I don't need to talk for a long time. I'm done. If you my ideal client, drop the mic. What you need, girl, right? If Linnita walks in the room and Linnita says,
I help students identify and go after their dream career.
if you hear that, you're like, yes, I got a student that needs you. But it's bigger than saying, girl, first I'm gonna walk you through how to apply for college, and then I'm gonna walk you through how to do a FAFSA form. People are like, what's a FAFSA form? Right? It's too much. It's overwhelming. And a parent don't want to know all of that. Just want to know, is my baby gonna get in school? Right? And so it's really understanding how you package into a way to move people to a yes without even making an offer.
Okay. Okay. See, I see the real deal, y'all. So, um, you mentioned your formula. You touched on it a little bit. Where can people like go and like
Dig
where they
in.
get the formula?
Listen,
Yeah, how they get the juice?
listen, Linda. Some of y'all to get this. So I do an event every year called Be the Answer. Now, listen, the reason I said yes to this event, this will be my 5th year, and yes, it's virtual this year, is because, listen, let me just tell you my story real quick. So I've been doing this for 27 years, right? And
Wow.
so 17 years in, my business looked really successful. I started in 1993. So by 17 years in, I had a for-profit and a nonprofit. So my nonprofit, we had 10 chapters in 10 states working with African-American teenage girls. That's why I know what a FAFSA form is too, by the way, Linnita. So anyway, that program was growing by leaps and bounds. And my for-profit, coaching women just like all of you, sorry fellas, but 90% of my clients are women. I had a 100% coaching client roster. I couldn't take another client. So my first book came out in 2010. Right? Thinking that I'd give the principles to women, I'd be a fundraiser for my nonprofit. But when that book came out, I started getting invitations to speak all over the country. Now, here's the thing I want you guys to get. I was doing all that, but I was only making $13,000 in my business.
Mm.
So I had pretty much a big fat community service because I sure wasn't getting paid, right? And yes, I had a daytime job because I was eating and I was doing okay. But I didn't start my business to not be making my paycheck from it. And I'm telling you that story because I got to a place and I remember it was November 7th, 2010. And I was done. I was like, Lord, if this is you, you better show me something. And that's pretty much how I prayed because I was done. Right. I had just gotten home from another speaking weekend. By the way, my daytime job, I was an adjunct professor. I hadn't looked at my syllabus. I didn't even know what book I told my students to read. Now, did I read the books? Probably not. I hadn't written a lecture note, nothing. I was done. So in that moment, after I prayed, I got invited to a free webinar. On that free webinar, it told me about an event, which is, by the way, why I have my event, which is why I'm telling you the story. That event cost me $500. So, and then I had to fly across country. So when I got to that event, all the information was great, but everything was so fragmented. How many guys have been to events and the people have been phenomenal, but this information, how do you then apply it with this information? So you go home with a bunch of notes and you don't know how to implement it. So that was me. So I hired a coach at that event, thank God, because I had a whole lot of notes. So I knew what I didn't know, but I didn't know how to implement any of it.
That's good.
And so literally, when I got to the other side, and I went from 13,000 to 200,000 in 6 months, just by one simple thing, having strategy and hiring somebody that could see my blind spots, right? So I was committed that I'm going to be that place for women. It took me 17 years. I don't want to take you 17 months, okay? And so that is what Be the Answer is. It's 2 days. It's not a bunch of speakers. It's me and you. Now I have, like Linnita will speak there. There'll be a couple morning speakers to welcome you and get you excited. But the whole rest of that day, it's me and you. I'm coaching you for 2 days. I'll walk through what I call more, and I'm going to walk through this fast. But if you want more information, it's at betheanswerevent.com. Now listen, this is for if you want to start a business or you need to grow your current business. And this is for intellectual property-based businesses. So what I mean by that is if you have a cup or a pen or a lipstick line, I can't help you. But if you have your expertise, your know-how that you want to turn into profit, I got you. That's my expertise, right? And so I spell out more. I'm gonna tell you real quick, and then the rest of this is on the website. Hey, Quinn, I see you. um, so M is for mastery of you. So we get you clear on your niche, get you clear on how you should package your brilliance. Because again, you're not everybody's answer, but who are
Mhm.
you the answer to, right? And then O is optimize. Now I don't believe in marketing. I said it. I believe in relationship building. Because if my husband would have brought my ring to our first date, I would have thought this brother is crazy. But that's what we do. We build websites and we build programs and nobody buys them because you haven't dated me, right? You can't have a cookie if you don't go on a date or something, right?
Okay,
And
tell
so,
them again.
right. And so we walk through optimize. Like, how do you then build a movement of people that are ready to buy from you because you're serving them? And what does that look like for you? Then day two is revenue. MOR, revenue. So yes, we create your 6 revenue streams in the room. What 6 revenue streams are a good fit for you and your business? I remember a couple years ago, a woman, a real estate agent was there. She's like, "Oh, you can't help me." Girl, I love a challenge. We looked at the 6 streams of revenue we can create from her intellectual property and created it in the room. And then last but not least, day two, we end on E, which is execution. You leave with what I call a master biz plan. So you know the next 30, 60, 90 days, you make a plan of what you're going to implement so that you literally have 2 days of getting clear, of getting the strategy, of getting the revenue plan, and then an execution plan to make that purpose, that rumble inside you real. That's what be the answer is. Hey, Andrea, I see you.
And if that's not value, like, and wait till you see the cost.
Right. Even her
Yep.
dog is getting excited in the background. Yes. Right.
My dog is just he needs attention right now. He know I'm busy right now. Um, but yes, all of the information is over at betheanswer.com if you're interested.
The answer
Um,
event.com. I already had.
betheanswerevent.com.
Look,
I
Andrea
can't post it
already
on
had it.
here, but I will go back after we
Type it.
went and oh, you'll type it perfect. We'll type okay, awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And if you're interested in thinking about the event and you want to know the real deal, just inbox me. I'll tell you what I've learned.
Listen, I'm giving Linnita a special code for the first 10 of you that sent her an inbox message. She has a code for $100 off. So listen, first of all, I forgot to say one other thing. So listen, number one, the event is $297. When you enroll, those of you that enroll today, you will get my 5-week online program, Big Bold Move. Because we talked about that fear thing, I got you because I'm coming for your next level. So if you're ready for your next level, I got to get your mindset ready for all I'm going to pour into you at the event, right? And so you start that immediately. So you get that, you get the 2 days training with me, and I'm sending you a swag box, right? So the
Oh,
value of everything you get is over $1,500. I would never charge that because I know where I was successful, had all the letters behind my name. I had my name on every list, and yet I was failing in my business. And I didn't have it in my business to pay $500, but I figured it out, right? So 297 is already cheap, but I'm gonna give you another 100 if you were in Linnita's tribe for the first 10 of you that sent her an inbox message. So listen, if you know, like you know, and if you're not sure that this is a good fit, ask Linnita. She's been with me for a year. So she knows. And the other thing you have to
mhm.
know, I don't come to sell, we come to serve.
Yep,
So all you need to do is come empty. I'm coming all the way full to pour it all in as much as I can on that day,
yep,
right?
yep.
Yes, Brittany, send her an inbox message. I would like to know if this would help me from the business I want to do. So, Lynetta,
Lanetta.
ask, what business do you want to do? Ask while we're here, girl. That's what we're here. What business do you want to do? Ask the question.
Yes, tell us. And while
Mhm.
you are typing that, Lanetta, I want to ask Nicole as a coach, what's been your proudest moment? You've served so many women, probably hundreds, maybe even thousands at this point.
Yeah.
What's
I
been your
think
proudest moment as a coach?
I think my proudest moment, most people would think that I'm getting ready to say when someone hit 6 figures or when they start making money, and that's great. But I think my proudest moment is when I see my clients have a breakthrough. Like when you had your breakthrough and you realize, "Ooh, I should be talking to college students." And now to see you shine in all the places that are that, right? I remember a woman one year was in my group and she was trying to be a life coach. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Now I don't have permission and she might watch this, so I'm not gonna say names. So she was working on being a life coach. And when you are my client, I watch you. I'm not a stalker, but I do watch you.
You definitely do be watching.
And everything she posted said nothing about life coach. She's a
Mm.
trainer, she loves it. And she's always in the gym. She's always posting. I'm like, wait a minute. So who told you to be a life coach? And I mind you, we're on a group call. I don't know her. This is like our first group call. And she's silent. So I said it again. And here's the other thing. Sometimes God drops stuff in my spirit. It's like, I don't want to say that, Lord, but I'm going to say it. So I said, who told you to be a life coach? She started crying. I was like, oh God, right? So when we hung up, I called her back because then I felt bad. And she said, because let me back up. So I said, who told you to be a life coach? And she said, and after I realized she was crying, and I started talking, I said, because when I watch you, I don't see life coach. I see trainer. But here's the other thing I see. I see that you can help women break through their mindset, because in order for you to really lose weight, depending on where you are, it's a mindset thing. So what if it's a soul, what I tell her, body, something soul, right? Connection that will set you apart. And then she started crying really hard. So I was like, ooh, let me leave her alone. So I waited till we were finished with our hour call, and I called her back and she said, Nicole, you said to me what's been rumbling in my spirit. So for me, my proudest moment is when I'm obedient to my call and I say what I feel, even when I don't know you, right? And so that's my proudest moment, not just when I'm able to hold the space for your breakthrough. I think it's giving you permission to be who you already know yourself to be.
Wow. Wow, it gave me chills, Nicole. It really did. Quinn says she
I
loves
think
both of us.
that's my purpose. That's what I'm here to do. And I light up. When you guys light up and you like have a bling, it lights me up. For me, it's not about making money, you guys. Listen, when you are the highest and best version who God created you to be, money comes. Money comes to you
Wow.
effortlessly. So my
Wow.
goal is to get you to that place, and then money will come.
Facts. I'm
Mhm.
definitely a true testament to that.
Yes.
I see you, Quinn. We love you too. Quinn said she met you before.
Yes. Hey, Quinn. Hey, girl. Hey.
We
Yes.
appreciate you and Andrea and Brittany and Lynetta. Lynetta, did you answer?
She said, I want to go, but can you please call me to answer my question? Girl, why you
Okay.
won't tap it in here? Because then I can answer it with Linnita. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. The one thing you have to
Oh,
know about me is I'm
wow.
transparent. If I can't answer your question, trust. I'll tell you, no, I'm not the girl for you. Right? So ask him over
Mhm.
here live. You're not going to offend me. Look, I ain't going to hurt your feelings. I ain't going to step on your toes. I promise.
Miss Dana, you too. Are you saying you want to start a business or you're interested in getting the information to attend the event? Let us know. Hey, Professor McCall, thanks for joining us tonight. You one of the 10% of men that Nicole attracts. I love it.
Okay, so yes, Brittany said I want to do something with my teaching experience. Yes, I love, and that could go so many different ways. You could either coach other people that want to be teachers. You could be curriculum development. There's so many ways you can use your teaching experience. You can work in school systems. Matter of fact, the woman that introduced Linnita to me was a vice principal of a school. Oh, let me tell you, this sister girl is rocking it now. I mean, she gets all kind of calls for curriculum development. So yeah, there's all kind of ways we can, but I need to look at your passion, your proficiency around teaching so that we can be clear on the direction you take. So
Mhm.
yes, we can definitely. I want to flip houses. So Lynetta A. Jones, you want to flip houses. So I can't help you with flipping a house. However, it depends on what you want to do with flipping a house. You want to teach other people how to flip houses?
Hmm.
That's your intellectual property. Like I had a client that had a lipstick applicator line. And she said, of course, I love when people call me and say, you can't help me. Girl, challenge me. Because if I think I can, I'm going to
Yeah.
talk to you more. So I said, how many people call you to pick your brain? And she said, ooh, a lot. I said, about what? She said, manufacturing. Hello,
Mhm.
that's your intellectual property. We created a whole manufacturing program. So it just depends on
Mhm.
what you want to do. I have a client right now that's a real estate agent. She's putting together a program that help first-time home buyers because there's a whole lot of stuff people don't tell you in the industry. So again, I've had other real estate agents that have come to me. So depending on how you want to use your intellectual property, yes, I can help you. Now I can't help you flip a house. That's not intellectual property. That's knowing how to flip a house. That's different. But if you want to take the knowledge you have from flipping houses or anything else you have around that, and you want to package it in ways that you can make money while you sleep, because I'm going to teach you that to be the answer too. Where let me say it like this, because some people go, "What do you mean by making money while you sleep?" And I'm a hush after this and let you ask me another question. So I have a couple years ago, usually between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I'm pretty slow on purpose because it's holidays and I'm not really trying to work. This particular year, I traveled a lot. I went from Spain to Barcelona to Denver, Dallas, and Montego Bay. all between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And my business generated $87,000 and I wasn't present. So that's what I mean by making money while you sleep. You need to have money that is happening, programs that are happening where you don't have to be present. And so that would be a needle point shift for many of you. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, absolutely. And please, if you have questions, ask them now. It's not that
Mm-hmm.
often I just get Nicole for 30 minutes and she get to answer your questions. So it's
Right.
really a privilege to have her in this space. So please ask them if you have any questions. Shauna, I see you.
Yes.
Lynetta, Brittany, ask. This is the perfect time. I have one more question and then I'm going to open up the floor for you all if you have any questions, or Nicole, if you wanted to share anything. But my last question for you is, what's your advice to that woman who is like stuck in her comfort zone?
See, I was on an interview a couple of weeks ago, a TV show, and he asked me the same question. And here's what I said back to him: comfort zones is where dreams go to die.
Mm,
I said it. And I hope I'm stepping on somebody's toes because listen, God never gives you a vision, a purpose, a desire in your heart, checking your bank account or checking where you are in your life. He ain't checking any of that. He's checking your faith. Think about all the disciples when they got called. They were busy. I know they didn't say, Jesus, I'm too busy. I'm catching fish. Come back next year and I'll help you. Right? I wish they would. Right? Or even Moses, when God said, take this stick and put it in the river with 2,000 people following you that want to kill you and it's going to part. Yeah, that's a little tough pill to swallow. Right?
mm,
And so comfortable means that you want to stay where you are. You want to do what you already know how to do. You can't, there's a quote by Bishop A.R. Bernard that says the tools you've used on this level are not sufficient for your next. You'll have to be a new version of you and it will require new tools for you to go
mm,
after your next level. When I told you my story earlier about being broke for 70 years in my business, let me tell you why I was broke. Because I kept using the same old tools. I kept thinking, I'm gonna work an extra hour on the weekends. Oh, I'm gonna work all day Sunday. Oh, I'm gonna work another hour at night, doing the same tools, using the same tools. And so really, if you want to grow, you're gonna have to do it and be uncomfortable. So
mm,
those of you that are scared, that feel like, oh, I know I need to do it, but I don't know. Every excuse you come up is you living in comfort. You're trying to stay where you know.
mm,
And so just know one of the things I gift you with when you roll is big, bold move. That gives you the needlepoint shift you need in your mindset. Because fear, anything, whether you're saying, I'm going to wait until, or you put things off, all of those things are rooted in fear. Perception, just anything you can think of that would hold you back, all those things are rooted in fear. So I
mm,
give you work to do before you even get in the room so you can get past that. So what I
mm.
say to that is I got you. If you're ready to do the work to move past who you already are, to go after your breathtaking future, then get your butt in a seat and come join us.
Listen, if Nicole is talking to you, say you talking to me in the comments. Say you
Look,
just
Dana
talking
said,
to me.
ouch. Dana already said, ouch. Girl, I stepped on your toe. I love you. I did it with love, though.
It's gentle, and that's what we're here for, accountability. So many of you that I'm connected to that I know I see your brilliance too, but I
Yeah.
can't coach you.
And she can if you want to get your child in college, she got you,
Now I
right?
got you on that. And if they don't want to go to college, I got you even better.
And here's the other thing. I love you. I love you said that because here's the thing, and people do this all the time. Just because this certain thing works for Lanita's business doesn't mean that I'm gonna give you the exact same thing to do in your business. God didn't use a cookie cutter. So why would you then ask somebody that's not a business coach? And I'm not really a business coach. I call myself more of a purpose development coach, but a bankroll your brilliance coach is really what I am. So why would you ask somebody that doesn't know how to bankroll your brilliance to help you do that? Like if I call one of my girlfriends from high school or my best friend that I've known since I was in my 20s and ask her, girl, let me run this past you. She's an image consultant. She can't help me with this. Now she can help me put an outfit
Mhm.
together. Doesn't make her any less brilliant, but sometimes we're misplacing our question asking. I need y'all to get that, right? Or you're asking people. I have another girlfriend. I'm gonna say this and I'm hush. I have another girlfriend that, and you know this girlfriend. I'm not gonna say names, right? But she's in the group you in right now. So, and she might watch this. So I'm not gonna say your name. Anyway, I'd see her out and she'd ask me a question. I'd answer her question. And then I'd see her out again, or she'd send me an email, ask me a question. I answer her question, but it wasn't moving her anywhere. So I said, listen, when you gonna stop asking these 20-minute questions when you need an 8-week solution? She's like, ooh. I said, because the 20 minutes doesn't move you anywhere, does it? She goes, no. I can't give you strategy in 20 minutes. I can say, nope, you shouldn't do that. You should do this. But I'm not telling her how to do it.
Mhm.
Because listen, the one thing I'm not going to do is pimp my gift, nor do I want you to pimp yours. So many of you, the reason your business isn't moving forward is because you haven't taken the time to invest at the level to which you want to see the return. This is a small investment for you to get coaching for 2 days. I keep the group intimate. It won't be more than 50 people. So I can see you and coach you and teach you in those 2 days. So with that, I'll stop because I'll keep going.
I love it. And I love you, Nicole. Thank you for
I
showing
love
up
you,
and
girl.
in your boldness and authenticity. It was really your love for Christ that drew me to you, and it has made this experience over the past. It's been over a year. It's been very pleasurable, and you've been professional. You've been supportive. You've held me accountable, and I really genuinely appreciate that. I wanted to publicly say thank you.
I appreciate you. You know, the thing that I love the most is my prayer. And, you know, because now Linnita's on my Fab Squad and she didn't know this. So I have a group of fierce armor bearers, right? And fierce for me is my word for purpose. If you haven't figured that out, purpose on fire. And we pray for you, right? Because I'm clear. All of us are here on assignment. Imagine what this world would be like if we all stood in the full power of who we were born to be. Imagine. And so I thank you for allowing me to serve you. Thank you for showing up and then look, implement some stuff and then come back like, girl, I don't, this didn't make no sense, which doesn't offend me. I want to make sure it makes sense. So let's walk through it again. It's like, right. And so thank you for being unapologetic with that. Thank you for letting me push you down some hallways. Like, girl, call this person. Are you sure? Right.
Yes.
You weren't afraid when I say call a person, but it became lucrative because you did it.
Yeah.
So thank you for allowing me to be a conduit because all I am is my power is plugged into God. All I am is a conduit. And when I feel it, I'm going to say it. And so because you've been here, I've been able to do that. So I appreciate you for allowing it.
I love you.
I love you too, girl.
Shauna says currently in business, but I'm in too many lanes. Need to identify my niche.
Yes, girl, you need to get your butt in the room, right? Because I'm gonna tell you the reason some of us, and not Shauna, your reason may be different, and I get to ask you if you attend, is that we feel like we're gonna leave money on the table when we choose one. You don't. You get clear, and then you stop leaving transformation behind because again, a confused mind doesn't buy, right? I love it, Quinn. And Shauna said, "Amen." Wow, that's good, right? Candace, what's good? Tell me what's good. So yeah, we need to get you clear. So that's a whole part of the first day. So listen, I call that lack of clarity. It's like a crack in your foundation. Most people think because they're not doing sales right, and so they start looking for sales systems. It's not that you're not doing sales right; it's that you aren't clear on your niche. So without that foundation and have a strategy based on that, nothing you do will work. So that's probably what's happening for you, Shauna. And I'm saying that for other people too, because some of y'all think you have your niche down and you don't. Right? That was me too when I hired my coach. Right. That's why I'm so passionate about it, y'all. It shouldn't look when my coach said that, I felt like the heavens opened up. I felt like, oh, it's like, why did it take me so doggone long to figure this out? This is stupid. That's how I felt about me. I'm not saying it about y'all. I'm saying it about me.
Like that. You could say that about me.
Which is why I'm so passionate, because I needed somebody else to see me. Because you don't do what you do to you. You're on autopilot. So how are you going to explain to me what you did with me? I can't. Right. And so that's really the needlepoint shift many of you guys need to move your gift forward. Anyway, you can tell I'm passionate. I can talk for the next 5 hours about the same thing.
So listen, if you're interested, betheanswerevent.com. It is posted in the comments. If you are interested in the special gift, I guess I have $100 off the ticket, inbox me. I'll shoot you the code so that you can attend. I will also be there. And I would be privileged to see you light up and amplify your brilliance, as Nicole says it. Nicole, did you have anything else before we end, or if anyone else have any questions?
I just want to tell you, this is virtual, right? This is not going to be a Zoom event. We're still going to do networking. I'm big on networking. We're still going to have breakout sessions, like with you being able to break up into groups so you can meet other people. So just know that although this is the first time I'm doing it virtual, and y'all know why. Wonderful Corona, but it will be no less. I just finished meeting my event producer right before this to walk through everything because I want to make sure the experience is the same, even though you'll be doing it from your own home. So don't miss it. Great surprises coming for you the week of that I'm working on as well. So good stuff.
And I want to add that I've never been to anything. Nicole has never put anything together that was no less than excellence. Everything, how you feel, how you're greeted, the music, the colors, the ambiance. It will be an event. I just want to witness it.
Yeah, we gonna have fun. Listen, I like good music. I love Jesus, good music, and I love to have fun. So if nothing else, and I love strategy, right? So you'll get all four of those. You'll get Jesus, a whole lot of Jesus, because I can't help that. You'll get music. There's going to be some music breaks and some dancing, right? We're going to have
See?
fun because
See?
I'm sometimes a comedian, sometimes it ain't so funny, and sometimes it's really funny, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And then you're going to have strategy. So I can guarantee that.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Nicole, for joining me tonight.
Thank you. I'm
This was
excited.
fun. I don't even want to go.
I know it went by really fast, right? We were like 20 minutes. It's been 30, it's been 35, but it's all good. It's been all good. So I look forward to many of you being able to coach you and teach you and train you in those 2 days. And again, if you have questions, if you want to grab one of those tickets, just inbox Linnita. Let me tell you why I'm having her do that instead of writing it in here, because I want to always award the woman that takes action. I want to always award the woman that is willing to do it, go all the way in and say, I want a seat, right? And so that's why I said to Linnita before we do this, don't post it in the comments, have them inbox you, because I want the woman that wants to be in the room. And if you inbox her and she thinks your business is not, if she knows it, she'll say, I don't think it's a good fit for you. Because again, this is not selling, it's about a serving. So if you have questions about it being a good fit, ask Linnita. She'll tell you. She'll tell you. And if it's not, we'll pray for you anyway.
Yes,
Oh, and those of you that register, we're going to start our corporate prayer 2 weeks ahead of time. So you'll be invited to that too. So we got all kind of stuff we got working for y'all. We got going for you guys. So anyway, let me hush because I'll keep talking.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen who joined us tonight. And this is not goodbye, but until later.
Yep. Until I get to coach some of you, be the answer. It's been my honor. Thank you, Linnita. I love you. I appreciate you.
You too.
And I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.